Well, how good was last week? The first ever Twilight meeting. We flicked on the lights and away she went.
Oh, it was absolutely phenomenal to be here and witness history in the making, really. All those people who have been behind the scenes for over a decade trying to get this up and running. And here we were last Saturday with the lights on, the party was going, the song was playing, and yeah, it was an amazing day had by all. It was a very exciting moment on the calendar.
The vibe of the crowd from about 4 o'clock onwards was just, it was a real buzz. And then when those lights took off and we did some light shows and the ACDC song.
Little teaser into what's to come for night racing on December 20th. We thought we'd start small and see how we go. And then on December 20th, it's going to be the big production, the full show. So have to get along to that one to see it in full action.
Yeah, no, the highlights package through the Gold Coast Turf Club socials during the week were terrific. It was such a great vibe. It felt like they were going to get into a Mexican wave, the crowd there at
They
one
did.
point.
I was actually watching from up at the perch, and as the lights were going around, the Mexican wave started, and yeah, it was a great vibe. It was you couldn't have written it better.
Yep, and the place was still pumping after the last at Gigi's. Gee, there were some people on site after the last.
I've seen Gigi's busy, but I've never seen it like that before.
Never seen so many shirtless men.
No. The security were in there to put the shirts back on very quickly, might I add. So, no, Gigi's after the last is the place to be.
Yep.
I say the place to be a lot,
you do,
but no, that is really the place to be.
Yeah, no, it was a really great vibe, and that's only, as you said, just a taste of things to come as we head towards more Twilight meetings down the track and also night racing. Also great to see so many dignitaries here. Tom Tate was along.
A lot of special guests. We had a chairman's function up there and so many amazing people on the Gold Coast attended. It was great to see everyone out supporting this day, what is the first of many to come.
December 20, mark that date down. Don't forget it's free admission.
Yes.
Tickets, well, I should say they're selling fast, but it's free admission. So
well,
just
free
get
admission
them.
selling, but all the corporate hospitality is pretty much sold out. There is the event centre, that is all that is left. That's our Christmas party down in the event centre. That is the only corporate hospitality left on that day. So it really is selling very fast, so get in quick.
Speaking of Christmas parties, do we have one this year? Or?
Oh, we always have a Christmas party.
Oh, good.
The little birdies haven't told us where yet.
Oh. Hope they're singing. Karaoke.
Karaoke always.
Karaoke. That's my choice anyway. Racing highlights. The track was terrific. Great surface again. It was a warmish day, but stayed a soft 5 throughout the day. It was fair. Most of the horses had their chance if they were good enough on Saturday. In fact, 4 of the 8 winners were running 4th or further back in the run. So just sort of showed how fair that track was. Speaking of heavy hitters, great to see Justin Fung trackside. Anderson was highly impressive, winning a maiden on Saturday for Matthew Hoysted. And he's a lovely chestnut horse. He was very strong scoring that race. Adam Campton and Jace McMurray took out the last 2 races on the card. Well named Hydroelectric winning the last with the lights on. And we had the ACDC song earlier. It was just a real buzz. So it was the omen tip of the night.
Omen. And I love my omens, and that was one of them.
Exactly. Edmonds and McLean partnership, and also Scott Morrissey with a winner on the card. Scott's horse was a big price in scoring in Chasing Adam.
So trainer premierships are close. I mean, I know we're only at the start of the season, but Adam Campton on 6, the Edmonds McLean stable on 5, and Morrissey on 4. So all obviously Gold Coast trainers are going to be neck and neck. It's going to be a fun season ahead. Yeah,
and leads us into our next topic of racing news. Our trainers' profiles here are only going to get bigger and better at the Gold Coast Turf Club. Of course, the announcement that Tony Golan will set up a 60 stable block at the Gold Coast Turf Club. He's already got some numbers here on site at the Gold Coast, but those numbers will increase up to 60 in the next month or so. And news coming through that Tony and Matty Sears will take a 20 stable barn at the new Train Tech complex. So great to see Tony and Matty branching out. Matty will run the operation down here. Of course, horses like Yellow Brick, etc. So great to see them. So the trainers' ranks are only getting bigger and better all the time here at the Gold Coast Turf Club. So exciting times ahead, and the track is certainly doing its job at the moment through a couple of turf meetings that we've had since it was put offline. Now, we had trials here. I saw you 4 o'clock here on Tuesday morning.
I was watching from bed.
Yes, you were. We ran some 2-year-old trials under into the lights at 4:15 and 4:30, just to get the 2-year-olds familiarised with the lights. Of course, the Magic Millions debut, December 20. Of course, we've made sure it's a night meeting.
Yes.
We've said that plenty of times on the coverage that that meeting's a night, but the main race of the night is the Magic Millions debut. So we'll have a few more sessions of 2-year-olds getting used to the lights. They all handle themselves. They were so professional. Some really nice 2-year-olds. The Tony Gollan 2-year-old in the first trial, I think, was a $1.2 million yearling.
Wow.
So there was some well-bred types. Paul Shaler's horse was successful in the second trial, a cheap buy. In fact, I think it was meant to go through the sales and they ended up leasing it. So it was a real cheapie for Paul Shaler, but jump and run and did everything right. Catch Gibbo's trial reviews for all that session, the 2 trials on the course proper. Then we had a 3-hour break. It was easy to fill between 4 and 7. And we were back for the B grass where we had another 15 trials, which included Far Too Easy, who's on the 3rd line of betting for the Kosciuszko, the $2 million feature for the country horses in New South Wales. On Saturday, Craig Williams flew up to partner Far Too Easy. He jumped and trialled brilliantly, so he's right on track. Potentially he'll come up to the Gold Coast on Tuesday for his last piece of main work before he heads to that race next Saturday. So good luck to David McComb, and great to see Craig up here. He's always so good.
Mitch, you're going to get your keep this week.
I know.
I
just
went on running.
Yeah, I'm running.
I didn't want to jump in.
No,
you were on a roll.
thank you. Don't jump in. And also talking of Gibbo,
yes,
our main man, he was in hot form last week.
He was.
He got 3
out of 4. We were watching the first few races, and it was one after the other, and I was going, thank God I followed Gibbo's tips on the weekend and got the cash. Yeah,
no, he was seeing them well. So go to the Turf Club website for his tips for this week, plus those trial reviews. There were some nice horses throughout the week. Your turn.
My turn. Okay, I'll do a little talking now. So I've told I need to step up my tipping game. Obviously, Gibbo got the 3 for 4, so I want to compete. I want to be better. So this week I've really studied my form. No more omens for me. So I've gone race 7, number 8, Mrs. Gossip. So I'm hoping we can find...
Who's that named out of in the office?
Oh, not me, of course. But hopefully I can find some value with this one. And it comes in each way price. We're obviously filming this before the prices are out. So hopefully that has run placing in similar classes at its last 2 starts. And it's been knocking on the door and it's close to a win. So I think that one is my bet for the day.
Definitely a good chance on Saturday. Mine is in race 2, number 3, Smelter for Nicole Luke. Ran a good race here on the turf in a maiden recently. This is winnables, 2,000 metres. It'll run the trip. So race 2, number 3. Great supporters of the club on Saturday. TradeLink. Their race day on Saturday. And how are we looking for some packages throughout the Spring Carnival?
Spring Carnival is selling very quickly. Obviously, that Shandong Garden Party is the last next weekend and the weekend after. So Caulfield Cup and Cox Plate Day, that Shandong Garden Party, the last chance for you to get into that one. Tickets are selling very fast. Derby Day is almost sold out, and along with Melbourne Cup Day, a new release package into the Sky Lounge because Melbourne Cup Day was sold out, and we thought we can't have that. We need to open up a new package for you guys. So the Sky Lounge is now on offer, but even with that going online last week, that's almost sold out as well. So you got to get in quick with the Spring Carnival packages, as they will all be gone very soon.
As we like to say, it is the place to be on Melbourne Cup Day.
It is the place to be. There's nowhere else to catch live racing and the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, and hearing some of the numbers for that night meeting, December 20, there's about 2,500 general admission tickets are already purchased.
2,500 altogether already pre-sold for the whole day. So yes, it's going to be big.
It's non-stop action from this point on. Of course, we've got the big meetings in Sydney this week, Sydney and Melbourne. Then we lead into the Caulfield Cup Everest. We're back on the turf for next Saturday as well, Cox Plate, and that massive week, Derby Day, turf meeting featuring the Jericho Cup Heat, 2 miles, Melbourne Cup Day and Stakes Day. So plenty of racing action coming here. So get trackside to the Gold Coast Turf Club. Well, that takes us away. I've used my voice up a lot today. Thanks for your contribution.
How about I do the ending? Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it, and we'll see you all next week.
Awesome.